Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to Brotel. Here's the review for the Battling Zephiel banner. It features the 4 heroes Hana, Reinhardt, Nowi, and Frederick. I'll tell you guys right now, it's better to pull from this banner than the World of Shadows one. The overall quality of heroes are just so much better in this one. First hero is Hana, Focused Samurai. She has one of the best offensive stats in the game with 35 attack and 36 speed. Defensively is not terrible. Seeing how high her offensive stats are, she's lucky to even have those kind of numbers to work with. For inheritance, you will want to get positive speed and either negative HP, defense, or resistance. Minus resistance would give you the best results out of those three. Her weapon is Armor Slayer Plus. It's effective against armor types. You don't want Hana to use this weapon as it only helps her defeat Draug, Hector, and Sheena. With any other weapon, she can already one-round KO Hector and Sheena except for Killing Edge Plus. For Killing Edge Plus, you would have to give Hana Moonbow in order to one-round KO those two. Her passive A is Life and Death 3. It grants 5 attack and speed while lowering defense and resistance by 5. So this is the most popular A passive. With a positive speed IV, Hana is going to outspeed tons of enemies. You can even go a similar build to the Quatsuna one where you use a brave weapon with desperation to quadruple hit enemies before they counterattack. Obstruct 3 is her B passive. Not really ideal on Hana. She's really squishy, so she won't be able to use this passive for long since you need to be above 50% HP. It's a better skill for tanks. I would definitely swap this skill for Desperation 3. Hana is definitely a strong hero. She is also a free-to-play unit, but that version doesn't come with any IVs, and you really want to get that positive speed version to get the most out of her. Her default kit is definitely usable. I think out of all the default kits, Hana one-round KOs the most enemies. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure she does. She one-round KOs 71 enemies, and the reason is because she has Life and Death 3 to go along with her amazing offensive stats. Without Life and Death, the results go down to 30 wins. That just goes to show how powerful of a skill Life and Death is. The best part about Hana being a focus unit is that if you get a bad IV Hana, like a minus attack version, then you can just use her as a skill fodder. Should you pull for her? Definitely. Great hero with inheritance, although it will cost a lot of SP, but it will be worth the grind. But more importantly, you want to pull her for that Life and Death 3. Next is Nowi, Eternal Youth. She has excellent stats across the board aside from her speed. 27 speed is fairly low, so you want to make sure to give her some skills that could help her out a little bit. I'm not talking about Darting Blow or Life and Death. I'm talking about breaker skills, Vantage, and Quick Riposte. She's decently bulky, so she will be able to activate skills that require her to be above 50% HP multiple times. Lightning Breath Plus allows her to counterattack regardless of range. I think this weapon is one of the only reasons why Manakets are so strong. Combine this skill with Quick Riposte and Nowi becomes a major threat. Just by adding Quick Riposte to her default arsenal, she one-round KOs 55 more units while defending. Her passive A is Defense Plus 3. Definitely swap this for either Triangle Adept or Fury. Nowi's defensive stats are decently high, but they aren't that high to the point where Fury becomes a drawback. More attack is always a good thing, and her speed needed a lot of help, so all the stats from Fury really benefits her. The only con from Fury is that she still can't deal with Falchion users, so you will need to combine Fury with Swordbreaker. The other alternative is Triangle Adept. This allows her to reduce damage from the Falchion Lords and deal more damage to them, but she still falls short from one-hit KOing some of them. So to fix that, you have to give her Quick Riposte, and then she will be able to one-round KO them. Only when baiting and countering though. If you guys are new to the game or just didn't know, but these dragon heroes, also known as Manakets, deal magic damage and not physical damage. This slot is always a flexible slot. Threat and resistance gives her more damage, and more damage is never bad. Nowi is the best Manaket out of all of them. The main issue for Manakets are Falchions, and Falchion heroes are red, so it just kind of makes sense that Nowi is better than units like Tiki and Faye. Not only that, she has great stats, and the only stat that is weak is speed, and you can fix that problem with skills in the B slot. With inheritance, she ranks really high in the tier list and becomes a major threat in the arena. The only notable inheritable 5-star skill is Lightning Breath Plus. The only other hero that has this weapon is 5-star Adult Tiki. Should you pull for Nowi? Yes, I think with inheritance she is the best in this banner. If we are just talking about default kits, then she's number 2. The third hero is Reinhardt, Thunderous Fist. I reviewed him long ago in that one banner. I think it was called Family Bonds. I don't remember, but it was one of the 2 incest banners. When you look at his stats, it's not anything special. What is special is his weapon, Dire Thunder. It's the only Brave Tome in the game, and he's one of the 2 heroes that have this weapon. Alwyn is the other hero that has it, but she has really low attack and higher speed compared to Reinhardt, so Reinhardt is just the better wielder. If you pair him up with a dancer, this guy just destroys people regardless of type. As long as the enemy has somewhat low resistance, you can 2-round KO them. Now this weapon is exclusive, so no one else can get it. His special is Blazing Thunder. It's a 5-charge special that does damage in the area near the target. So if you do manage to get the special off, it does hella damage. However, I'm pretty sure that this special is just overkill. The better option would be either Moonbow or Luna. Vantage 3 is his B passive. It's decent on Reinhardt. Like I said before, he's really good on offense, especially if you give him Death Blow 3 for the A slot. So you probably won't even get to use Vantage that often. The B slot is kind of limited for him, but you could always use a breaker skill or even something like Wings of Mercy can come in handy. Passive C is Gold Cavalry. Nothing really much to say about it. It's a good skill for Horse Emblem teams. Reinhardt's default kit is usable just because he has Dire Thunder. If you build your team around Reinhardt, he can just solo stages by himself. And for inheritance, you don't have to give him too much. Pretty much just Death Blow 3 for the A slot and switch his special out for something else. Notable inheritable skills is just Gold Cavalry. Should you pull for Reinhardt? Yep, I think he's the best in the banner just because his default kit is already strong. The last hero in this banner is Frederick, Polite Knight. Frederick is a hero that I don't see much discussion about. He's definitely not a bad hero. He has decent HP, high attack, and defense. Speed is bad and resistance is god awful. He has the second lowest resistance in the game. If you think about it, he's kind of like a cavalry version of Churche. I would look for positive attack IVs to get the most out of him for inheritance. Just like Churche, his weapon is Hammer. It's effective against armor types and it only allows him to one-shot Effie. The best option is Bravax Plus. You guys probably get the idea. Just build this guy similar to Churche. He won't do as much damage compared to her, but he'll be a lot more mobile. His special is Luna, perfect special for the Brave build. Bonfire does give him a very slight edge, like 3 more wins or something. If you happen to have a positive attack, negative defense Frederick, Luna does just as well as Bonfire. Wings of Mercy 3 is his B passive. Cavalry units are already mobile enough. It's more practical to use this skill on armored units like Hector. For the Brave build, I would recommend either drag back or hit and run to get away from danger after combat. Fortified Defense 3 is his passive C. Swap this skill with Threatened Defense to get more damage out of your low might Brave X Plus. Frederick's default kit is not that good. You will have to buff him up using inheritance and it's going to cost a lot. Even though Churche does more damage with the same build, Frederick does have some pros. He can move 3 spaces so it allows him to reach and kill mages easier, and he isn't weak to archers like Churche is. There's nothing really worth inheriting from him as a 5-star unit. Should you pull for him? I'll say he is the worst out of the 4, but by all means not a terrible hero with inheritance. It's probably not worth pulling for him in this banner as you probably don't want to pull for greens in this banner anyways. If you have some orbs laying around and are deciding to either pull from this banner or the World of Shadows banner, I would recommend pulling from this one because the units are so much better. Reinhardt and Nowi are the best units in this banner and they're blue types, so your chances when pulling from blue orbs is pretty decent. In fact, last night I had 5 orbs laying around, so I just decided to pull 1 blue orb from this banner and I actually got a 5-star Nowi. Let me know how your luck was in this banner in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want to see more banner reviews. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.